What's up, y'all? Today is happy vlog day. I went out last night. I left a little clip, yo. I had mad fun, yo. We stayed until after the bar closed, outside drinking, laughing and shit. You know, I got introduced to people, and these people that you see during the summer, people come here from around the world. They come back home. They come to visit this and that. So they didn't even know about the gang stalking. So it was cool, but even then, even if so, like, I'm not getting gang stalked. And last night there was no gang stalking, and I'm bragging about that. You know, I'm bragging about that. I'm not getting gang stalked. That shit completely ended. Look, I could walk down the street. No one's gonna come out the house. No one's gonna do shit. So I'm gonna take advantage of this when I get back and go to the gym, because that's what I used to love to do. I used to love to hit the gym. So I'm gonna start going back to doing the things I love, if they let me, you know, because because I do get gang stalked a little bit, but before I came here, it was down to like 10% for a few months. That's why I haven't been vlogging. And now since I got here, it's down to 0%, you know, zero. I'm not getting gang stalked at all. No fake coughs, no nose touching, no nothing, no color coordinated, nothing. You know, I'm bragging about that shit. You know, last night I had mad fun. You know, I live life the way life is supposed to be lived. And that shit was awesome. I got home mad late, you know. Tomorrow I'm gonna start jogging, get back into it. So by the time I get back, I could jog. You know, I had a good time last night, man. Good times. You know? The gang stalking has went down. This is great news for me. You know, that shit is completely stopped. You know, it's nothing. I get nothing. Compared to last year and the year before, whew, my God, bro. You know, I'd be walking down the street and someone had to come outside with a burgundy shirt on and shit. I hate when cars come here when I'm vlogging. How dare you fucking drive on the road when I'm vlogging? Look at that. Look at that military helicopter. There's a fire in the woods up on the hills. There's a fire. I think that's what it is dumping water off in there. That's crazy. I got no flyovers. I got nothing, man. You know, this is great news, and I hope this lasts when I get back. And this is all because my behavior modified. But it modified because of situations that happened in my life, not because this program changed the way I am. They didn't change me. They just see that I changed, and then they stop psychologically harassing you. That's the way they do behavioral modification. Like I said, it's primitive and complex at the same time. It's complex because of the technology they use, and it's primitive because I told you, it's like punishment for doing bad and non-punishment when you do good. So it is what it is. I got my sun hat on. You know, probably not the prettiest looking thing, but, you know, it takes the sun out the face. That's why I like this. The stupid shit I spend my money on, you know. See, I don't spend money like that no more. That's why they stopped harassing me. I save all my bread. I don't get high anymore. I barely get high. I definitely don't get high before work. In the morning, I don't just like smoke all day anymore. And when I get back, I'm probably gonna not smoke either, you know. Instead of staying home smoking weed, getting high, looking on YouTube, I'm gonna hit the gym. And I hope they let me hit the gym. I hope they don't get in my way, because that's not cool, you know. Let me be. But yeah, last night I had a great time, man. I'm all smiles today, man. You know, makes me wish that I came here a little bit in better shape, you know. I don't know. I've always struggled with my weight throughout my whole life, and I'm always subconscious about it. It's just from childhood. It's just a thing. But yeah, Yeah, somebody's coming over here, man. But I had a good time last night. I stayed after the bar closed. The bar closed and they just left us outside on the table with all her drinks and shit. Ain't no gang stalking. Ain't no gang stalking where? See, like Ronald Davis used to say, gang stalking where? Gang stalking where? Oh, it feels great. It feels like such a fucking relief. I hope others, you get through this, I hope you guys get through this shit, I expect something to happen on my way back because they usually go 100% when I fly back, because it's like they think that, oh, we gang stalked you when you were on vacation, and now that you came back, you might feel like shit. So we're gonna gang stalk you even more to show you, they always go 100% on my way back home. So I'm expecting a little bit of something to happen. I don't know. But the way things are going, probably not. Probably they're just gonna leave me alone. Even on my way here on the plane, no one sat next to me. Usually there's someone sitting next to me so they can touch their nose for 8 hours straight. The whole duration of the flight. I came home last night. I'm in a good mood, yo. I had fun last night, bro. Now I just got to get back on my health, I want to start jogging and lifting weights again because that's what I love. And the way my targeting has been going, or lack of, I'll have a chance to work out like I used to, because they don't let me work out in the gym. They crowd me. They take all the weights I need to use. They occupy the stations I want to work out at. It's always nonsense. Always nonsense. So hopefully they let me, work out and just kind of get off my back a little bit when I go to the gym when I get back. I'm really looking forward to hitting the gym again because that was one of my passions. That and boxing. I boxed since I was for like over a decade, I used to spar professionals in the ring, sparring. I used to have, with pros and amateurs too, but pros. I was always an amateur. I never went pro. Look at this. It's beautiful out here. Let me go back. I just wanted to check in and tell you guys I had a great time last night, and you know what I mean? No gang stalking activities happened. I'm still upset though, because they still did the damage, People in this town know me as the person who the cops follow him around and blah, blah, blah. It's embarrassing, it's humiliating, It's unfortunate, it's sad, that they do this to people, That's why we need to band together and like protest, stop. But TIs are. I only seen one girl do that, Athena. Her crazy ass went outside with a sign that says, "I'm a targeted individual," yada yada yada. She was a girl. She did that on her own, so I give her props for that. But other than that, I've never seen a TI protest. You know what I mean? That's why I will never donate to a TI. If you don't do anything to stop this program, I'm not donating to you. Fuck out of here. You just pay for you donate to TIs to cry on YouTube. That does nothing. That's why I encourage you, don't donate to TIs unless they're doing something to stop the program, because you encourage them to do nothing. This is worth doing something. How could you want to live your life being a targeted individual, being miserable and isolated and all that bullshit? I'm mad tired, yo. I got home like at 5 a.m., yo. Like 4:30, something like that, 4:35. The sun started coming up when I got home. I woke up mad late. Today, I'm just going to chill. Not going to do nothing. Not going to go for a run. Not going to do nothing. Look at this big-ass truck. Where the fuck is this nigga going? It's a dead end. Look at this. fuck is you going, bro? I really want to know where this nigga's going. There's literally nowhere. It's a dead end. Where's this nigga going? A lot of people make wrong turns here. They think that this road goes somewhere, but it doesn't. So where is you going? It's gonna be hard to make a U-turn with that big ass truck. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I had a great time last night, man. I had fun. Zero gang stalking, yo. Zero. I'm not being gang stalked anymore. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean I'm not under surveillance and that my brain is not connected to a fucking supercomputer. You know, I know it is. See, during my soft targeting, there was a time where I used to think about my old targeting. I didn't know I was being targeted. I used to thought that I was on a website, and I got mad at this kid, and I got really mad thinking about it one day. And the next day, after years, they sent the conditioned stimuli, a guy to run and walk. But you see, it was a day later they sent it, not like right away on the spot, right away. So here goes another helicopter. They're probably dumping water in the forest because there's a fire there. Yeah. I'm not being gang stalked. I hope everyone reaches this point, you know. I hope people don't have to. My sister's coming, yo. So yeah, I just wanted to check in, let you guys know about last night. I had a great time, you know, and I'm happy, you know, not getting targeted. See, look at the truck backing up now. That's baby sister. I gotta go later, guys.